Hi guys, it's David again. The Silverproof set's finally turned up. The celebrating 50 years of the 50 pence piece. But it's taken about 3 or 4 weeks now. So I'll share it with you guys. I just want to say thanks to all the new subscribers. I never thought I'd get this many in my life. It's only small numbers to some, but I didn't think this many people would be interested. So I just want to say thanks for the new subscribers. Thanks for Andy at the coin cupboard for the shout out the other day with the hawking. I will never say that formula again, mate, as long as I live, because I'm still having nightmares. So I'll crack on, show you this, and see how we get on. Just move that out of the way. As you can see, the box is black gloss, and it is literally fingerprint city. So it's when you do get it, you have to sort of look after it. I think it'd be paranoid. I'd be paranoid with this if you get sort of fingerprints over it. So I'll carry on as we go. Got COA of 1270. Maximum inches these were 1,969 for 1969. And quite a nice information card. I won't bore people to death with this. I think you've all would have seen this by now. And there we have it. The 5 Silverproof coins. One thing I'd say about this is I think it's actually one of the best value sets to come out of the Royal Mint. If you think about it, I mean, I've just recently bought a Silverproof Hawking, and they were 55 quid. So if you go 5 times 55, this set costs less than that, and it comes in a lovely box and nice presentation case. So I think in terms of value for money, we can't go wrong. I think, you know, the Royal Mint could have charged 50% more for this set, and I think it still would have sold out the same amount of time. So people who've got these sets now, you can't go wrong. If you haven't got these sets yet and you're still looking on the secondary market, I still think they're not bad at a price. What the price going for at the minute, around about sort of 350, 340 quid. So if you get one of them at that sort of price, I wouldn't be too disappointed. Back in the 2009s, I've seen the Silverproof Qs go for more than the sets are worth. So I think they represent quite a good value for money. So I'll just crack on and show you what there is. Girl Guiding. And again, this coin, I've had loads of these in the past. I've not really paid it much attention until I got the proofs. And it's only until then you sort of realise the detail. I mean, even the sort of centre emblem there, like I say, until I got the proofs, I didn't even realise it was there. So it's quite a nice... quite a nice coin, and I do think the obverse, these Silverproofs, I think they're slightly better than the gold. I think they just show up a little bit more detail, but I'll show you some side by side and see what you guys think. Next is the Boy Scouts, and again, quite a nice coin. I'm lucky this set actually came a bit late, so it gives me enough opportunity to get the big guns out, so to speak. So once I've shown you these coins individually, I'll show you side by side with the gold proof versions. I quite like, if some of you've noticed by now, I like doing sort of side by sides, and it gives you, you know, a real comparison of the differences in the coins. So that's the Scouts. The emblem on there is the Fleur de Lis. I've been researching some emblems and designs of coins, and it's quite surprising how far back in history these designs actually go. Obviously this particular one's for the emblem and for the Boy Scouts, but this particular emblem's been used throughout many royal families for centuries. Obviously the French royal families, the Spanish. Again, this image appears quite a lot in our own royal family. It's actually on the coronation crown, I believe. So it's quite a nice design. It dates the furthest back in date this is into Florence, around like the Renaissance period. Again, Da Vinci, that sort of thing. So I'll do a bit more video and research on sort of some of the designs and let you know what I find. So that's the Boy Scouts. The Britannia New Pence. I think this is going to be a sleeper. One of these New Pence 50p pieces, I think it's easy to overlook, and I think fast forward a few years from now, I think these will be sought after. Because again, they're slightly different, say New Pence instead of 50p, but it's easy to just overlook and dismiss it. And again, the finish on this coin's really nice. It's almost like when you see it in the flesh, it's almost like holographic. It's that shiny. So that's quite a nice coin. Good old Roger Bannister. I must have had this coin hundreds of times doing coin runs. Got loads of coins in sets, so it's always a nice one to see. And again, like I say, it's mirror-like. I am trying to sort out the lighting in this room. I do most of my filming in the evening after I finish work, and I've got spotlights. And no matter where I sit, what I do, I'm either working in shadow or light. So I am trying to work on some lighting solutions for the up and coming videos. So you'll see if it gets any better. If it does or it doesn't, let us know. If anybody's got any tips to get around this horrible sort of shadow situation and lights, let us know. And the last but not least is the Kew Gardens. And again, I think the set's worth it just for this coin. Again, in terms of mintages, I know people were going mental when it was in circulation in 2009 for 210,000 in circulation, and then there's another 234,000 in sets, and this one could have been out in 2019 at a mintage of less than 2,000, 1,969. I think it's bingo time with this set. I don't think you can go wrong with it in terms for the long term. So it's only my opinion, but if you can get your hands on one of these sets, I will do. And even if you've got to pay a little bit of a premium now, I still think you can't go wrong. So that's the Kew Garden in a silver. I'll just cut away now, get my gold proof set out, and put the two side by side and let you have a look. Right, so I've got the big guns out. It really isn't a bad day, is it, when you can do that and see them side by side. And like I say, have a look, see what you think, and see which one you prefer. My personal opinion on this one, the gold proof pips it there. I just think you can just see a tad more detail in the sense, and that's what I like about the gold proofs. I think they just add a little bit more depth into the design of the coin. But here's a but. Then again, on the obverse, I do think the silver proofs pip it just a little bit more. The crown, the hairline. I think you do just see a little bit more detail for some reason. I think the best obverse is on the £2 silver proofs. I think they just look absolutely brilliant for what they are. So I might just do a side by side and get a few out so you guys can look at another video. But it's only my opinion, but I just think the silvers on the obverse just pip it ever so slightly. Boy Scouts. And again on this video, I would say the gold proof pips it again. Purely, in this one, you can just see a little bit more depth in the background. Definitely at what you say, maybe sort of 10 past, quarter past. If you look at that sort of area compared to that one, you can just see a little bit more depth in it. But very nice. The New Pens Britannia, and this one I'm going to go with the silver. There's only so much the camera can actually pick up in this, but when you look in this in the flesh, the silver proof is so shiny. The Britannia emblem almost looks like it's like 3D, it's like a hologram. So they've done a stunning job with that, and I think the silver side by side, in my opinion, just pips it in that one. Again, they're going to Roger Bannister. And I've looked at these before under magnification, and I'd say definitely the silver proof one. He's been working out a little bit more. His muscles in his thighs and his calf, there is a little bit more definition in there. And again, that just might be how the light's reflecting, but there's the gold, silver. He's definitely pumping iron there. He's definitely in fine form in the silver. And again, last not but the least, but you can't even compare these. The gold just smashes it. I know I might sound biased, but I am. There's just more detail in the what I would call the tower, the pagoda. I'm not too precious about what people call it, but I call it the tower. But if you look at the silver and against the gold, I think in some designs the gold just pips it on the depth of the coin, and it just wants to jump off the coin and poke you in the eye. But nevertheless, it's like I said before, it's never a bad day when you can do this. So that's the silver proof and gold proof 50-year set. Like I said before, I appreciate everybody's comments. It's nice to be picking up some momentum. I've got some stunning coins coming, but I wanted to introduce on 1 or 2 videos a slightly different sort of theme. Instead of just going, this coin's worth that much, this is that rare, this is that vintage, you can hear it all before. I just want to be able to, on some of the videos, not all of them, just introduce a slightly different angle, and just go into a little bit more detail in terms of the overall design, the designers, and so on and so forth. I will be putting my 2009 gold proof set on, but it's a bit of a monster to tackle that one, so I think I might have to do that in at least 2 videos. So I'll leave it for tonight. I really appreciate all the feedback. I can't thank people enough. And honestly, if anybody's got any ideas or any feedback, or just want to talk about anything, just ask away. I'm not an expert, but I'm learning as I'm going. So thanks very much, guys, and I will see you again soon. Ta-ra.